Hey, what's up, guys? Today I want to talk about tourniquets, and specifically my top 3 tourniquets and what I would carry on a day-to-day basis. So the first one to me is SWAT T tourniquet. SWAT T stands for Stretch, Wrap, and Tuck Tourniquet. It's exactly how it sounds. You would stretch it out, wrap it around whatever limb, and tuck it away on itself. The reason I like it is because it's very user-friendly. It does not require much knowledge other than reading the instructions on the back, which are to stretch, to wrap, and to then tuck the tourniquet. So it's not hard at all. That being said, it is very small, lightweight, compact. This is no bigger than an iPhone. It is no thicker than your average wallet, so it's not like it couldn't be carried in the front pocket or something like that. I carry this every day on patrol. I've got a very small med kit that I put it in on my belt, and that's all there is for that. I don't want to rip this out just to show everybody what it is, but it's essentially a wide, I guess like a 3-inch tall, 3 or 4 inch tall piece of elastic that would look like a medical tourniquet, like a small medical tourniquet for administering IVs and stuff, but it's actually just larger and used to stop bleeding. So it's very easy to use. It's very practical. The second one I want to talk about is the Rat's tourniquet. This one's staged on my kit. A lot of guys do this. I could just rip this off and I've got it. Some people like to kind of bundle it up like so, put it in their pocket or whatever. I find it to be a little harder to carry just because it's shaped weird. It's got like a lot of different angles and stuff, so people are gonna be like, what is that bunched up in your pocket? Some people, however, will wrap it around their waistband and underneath their belt, what have you. Whatever your method of carry is, it's a great tourniquet. And the reason being is because a lot of people have recognized the Rat's tourniquet as probably the best tourniquet to use on pediatrics or canines, any type of animal, whatever the case is, because you can get it really small, and it's not like a cat tourniquet. You would just essentially put it around a limb. You can adjust the size to however you want. You wrap it around your limb, and then this metal piece acts as your holding device, I guess, whatever. So very easy to use. You wouldn't wrap it around once, you wrap it around multiple times to get the best constriction of blood. So that's pretty much it for this. This is probably my second favorite. I would carry this in my vehicle. There's one in every med kit of mine, especially if I'm going to have my children with me, or if I'm going to be around canines and such, which I usually am. So I love these a lot. I didn't get to mention it, but both of these run like $15. From what I remember, these are the cheaper options for tourniquets, which make them great because redundancy is a key component for medical gear. So if you have a tourniquet on every med pouch that you have in every vehicle, it makes accessibility a lot more convenient. If you're constantly having to grab one before you leave, sometimes you would forget, or if you have one in one vehicle and not in the other vehicle because you can't afford to buy cat tourniquets, then you're going to have an issue. That being said, I like the cat tourniquets a lot. They're very effective. I stage one in every one of my kits as well because they're better for like a larger limb, right? So you have a lot more ability to crank down on this. So it, in my opinion, is a little bit more effective as far as use. However, because of its size, it's somewhat hard to carry unless you have a holster. Like they make these like cat holsters and stuff, or unless it's in a med kit. But shoving this thing in your pocket can be a little cumbersome. So I don't think it's as easy to use. As easy to carry, but it is very, very easy to use. And for those who are not familiar, you would simply wrap this around your limb, tighten it down, and you would turn the windlass rod until the bright red bleeding stops, right? That's what they teach in TCCC. So very easy to use, very effective. This is probably the gold standard for tourniquets. So that's why it's definitely one of my favorites. I will say these are a little more expensive. Do not go on Amazon and just type in tourniquet and find one for $12 to $15 because that is not going to be a legitimate cat tourniquet, and I would not trust my life to it. That being said, you're going to end up spending somewhere in the ballpark of $30, $35 for a cat tourniquet, at least that I can remember the last time I bought one. So I would suggest checking out those 3 tourniquets. Again, that's the SWAT T, the RATS, R-A-T-S, and the CAT tourniquet, C-A-T. But nonetheless, carry a tourniquet, be prepared for whatever is going to come next, and stay ready.